Okay. All right. Good. So, so we've done the introductions. I'm still waiting for introduction from. Yeah, I can see David on the call. David, would love to know. Would love for you to introduce yourself and tell us where you're joining from. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I think we can kickstart now. Yeah, I think we have one more person on the call. So I think we can kickstart now. All right. So thank you once more for joining the call. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining the call. So today we're talking about how to monetize AI tools, launch, earn, repeat, right? But before we dive into anything, I want to take a feel of the class, right? So I want our instructor to, know the kind of people she would be speaking with. So this is around our knowledge around AI and all of those. So I'm going to be running the poll now, and I'd love for us to take it. It's just going to help our instructor know the best way to speak to us as she starts the session. All right, so I'm going to run the poll now, and I'd love for us to take it. The poll says, which best describes your experience with AI before today? Right? So we just want to know how conversant you have with AI. So I'd love to, know where you have, with AI. So please take the poll before we start. Take the poll, please. I'm still waiting for results. I've not gotten any results. So please let's take the poll. So which best describes your experience with AI? Okay, we have one person say I've used AI tools regularly for work or projects. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Then another person is saying that they are completely new to AI. This is the first exposure. Wow. And I'm really trusting that, you would have an insightful time in class today to even understand better, what you want to, understand regarding AI, right? So we're hoping to give you an interesting class and something that you can even want to delve further into. All right. Okay. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Chidima. Good evening, Chidima. You're just joining. Good evening. So we're running a poll to just have a feel of the class, right? To know where we are, with AI. So you can actually take that poll, so that we can know. Okay, Chidima sent me a message. Oh, good evening, Chidima. Good evening, good evening. Thank you for the message. Good evening. All right, so yeah, let's start. Okay, so I'm going to be, sharing my screen. I want to tell us a little bit about Techletics, the reason why we're doing what we're doing, and just basically about Techletics. And yeah, so please let me know when you can see my screen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know when you can see my screen. You can just show with Thank you. I think it's up now. Please, can you see my screen? Confirm if you can see my screen, please. Can you see my screen, please? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amaka, for that. All right. So let's get to it. All right, let's get to it. So, welcome to Technetics. It's so nice to have every one of us on the call. So, at Technetics, we empower Africa's workforce for a digital future. And, this is an overview of the African continent and, where we are coming in as an organization. We've seen that there are 230 million jobs that have been projected that require digital skills by 2030. And we've seen that this would lead to nearly 650 million training opportunities. And this shortage hinders economic growth, limits innovation. I know we're yet to actually ensure that those limitations are taken out of the way with the solutions we offer. Now, Technetics at a glance, we're an edtech institution driving Africa's growth by equipping its workforce with critical digital skills while aligning with SDG goals for quality education and decent work and economic growth. We're accredited by the CPD certification service in the UK, and we adopt a blended model of quad-based learning programs, virtual simulation lab, and live project approach to reinforce learning concepts. So I'll be speaking more to this as we move on in slide. Our vision is to be the leading force in Africa's digital transformation, equipping professionals with essential skills that foster economic growth, resilience, and sustainable development across Nigeria and continent. And our mission is to drive Africa's growth by providing accessible, accredited digital education in data, product management, and no-code development. Of course, it's spanning more than this AI, just name it, anything digital. You find Techlitics there. And we aim to reskill over 10,000 professionals by 2025. This is 2025. So, just stay close to see if we've been able to actually, meet this goal, right? And you'll be surprised. All right, problem statement. I already spoke about this, the gap in the job market, and this is problem statement, and that's why we are here at Techlitics to ensure that these jobs that are projected, you can actually have people that are trained, that have the skills to actually get these jobs. And these are our solutions, right? So we have quad-based learning models, and this drives peer-to-peer engagement, collaboration. You are learning with people of like-minded, people that have the same goal to reskill, to upskill, in a certain skill. So it just helps you to learn better. And we also have a virtual lab. We're not just all about theory, we're also being on practicals. And so we have our virtual lab where our students can take their practicals after ongoing training with us. Then we also have strategic internship placement, and we have our AI-enabled LMS. These are notable partnerships. We just help train the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the young engineers on digital skills, and it has been a beautiful ride so far. These are the brands that have trusted us over the years. And this is the best team. We have Tayo, that's the founder and lead trainer. She's the person taking us on our training today. I promise you guys are going to have the best of the best of the best of time on this webinar today, because Tayo is very good at what she does. And so this is why we are here today. We're here to learn how to monetize AI tools. Before I, read Tayo's bio and whatnot, I just want to speak to say that this is just a taster session, right? We're just coming out to say, oh, there's actually a path here for people that are interested in AI to take, right? And I'm sure that after this session, you have a lot of questions. Some of us will have a lot of interest, to take these courses further. You want to learn more. And so we have a 3-weekend course for you, build AI apps that work. This is just a taster session, just for you to understand what to expect, the need to actually have the skills at hand. And it's just going for 50,000 naira. That's not even the worth of the course, right? So it's just, an investment fee, right? And it's going to start on the 30th of August, right? If you want to register, I'll be dropping the link on the chat box. If you want to have more conversations around this, so I'd also be dropping a link where you can book consultation times, and then we can talk about this training and how it fits your career goals or expectations. I hope we got that, and I'll be looking forward to seeing most of us in class. Thank you. All right. So Tayo is a digital transformation strategist, AI educator, and product leader with over a decade of experience. Wow. In technology consulting, to implementation and data analytics. As a founder of Techlitics Corporation, she has led initiatives around EdTech, SaaS, and enterprise transformation, helping teams and founders turn ideas into working scalable solutions. She's especially passionate about democratizing access to emerging technologies. Through her work at Techlitics, she has taught hundreds of professionals and entrepreneurs how to use no-code and low-code tools to automate processes, launch digital products, and build data-driven businesses. And Tayo, when I tell you Tayo is good at what she does, I mean I think good is even an understatement. Excellent. She trains with so much passion. Presently we are training some young people, in partnership with NECA. We're training them on AI tools. And you should see Tayo when she's with them. They're doing amazing things. They're building a lot of beautiful things that beautiful models that are helping to solve issues, that are helping to provide solutions to the issues that we are having. So just to know that this session is actually this is a great one that has been brought before us, right, to ensure that we're properly skilled in the right things, and while learning what we're supposed to be learning, we have the skills that is needed for this age and for this time that we're in. So I promise you're in the best of hands. And even for the training, Tara is going to be the one taking us through 3 weekends. So I promise you're going to learn, you're going to start building, and before you know, you're earning already, right? So once again, I want to welcome you to this webinar. Welcome to How to Monetize AI Tools. Please sit back and enjoy the rest of the session. So please, hi Tayo, please confirm you can hear me.
Hi Glory.
Hi,
Good evening.
All right.
I can hear you.
Thank you. So Tayo is going to take the floor now, and please ensure that you take everything that she has. They'll say squeeze, ask questions. She's here to answer your questions around the things that she'll speak about. Send your questions to the chat box, and she'll be here to answer every question and everything that you need to understand around this webinar, and even furthermore. Thank you so much. And Tayo, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Glory. You've set me up for this one that you said that I would over deliver. Now I'm under pressure. I'm under pressure to deliver. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tayo, and I lead the team here at Techlytics. And thank you for joining this call. First of all, how is our day going? I know some people are probably still at work. Whether you're streaming this webinar on YouTube or you are live in the room, welcome to class. I'll call it class. I know it's supposed to be like a webinar information session, but hey, I'm still going to call it class because I'm primarily a teacher. So let's start from the fact that I'm primarily a practical teacher. That is, I teach what I've handled substantially, what I've handled materially before I'm even able to impart the knowledge. So how is our day going so far? You can put it in the chat room for me. Let me know if you're still in traffic or if you're on your way home. I don't know where my audience is joining me from. It will be helpful if I know where you're joining from, so that we can have a fantastic time this evening. I prepared so much for this webinar, and we will get going. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'm seeing some chats in the room. Oh, somebody's from Kano, Suleiman. Oh, I'm just catching up on some. I'm just catching up on some of the what's it called and on some of the chats. All right. Thank you everyone for joining this call. So let me do a quick filler of the room. This time around, I want people to be able to unmute their mic and let's talk. So I know Glory was asking us earlier about our or maybe our engagement or our understanding of what artificial intelligence is. So yes, I'm going to also ask the question. You can raise your hand. Thank you, George. I can see you're joining from Lagos. So if you can raise your hand and tell me what you understand by artificial intelligence or the extent to which you interact with artificial intelligence tools. With a show of hands, let me see. Glory, just look out for anybody that raises their hand and unmute them so that we can have a fantastic conversation. All right. So while I wait for that, we'll just continue discussing, because today I'm going to show you at least 3 apps that I built under 1 hour each. That is the front end, the back end, all the logic, everything. I'm going to show you. You're going to sign up. You're going to use it. And we're now going to talk about monetization, because this entire meeting is about monetization, right? It's not enough to know about the trending things in artificial intelligence. It's not enough to do that. I mean, a lot of people have been, when we had the emergence of artificial intelligence, we had the scare that, oh, AI is going to take jobs, AI is going to do this. But I'm here to tell you confidently that yes, as much as AI is going to take jobs, AI is also going to produce more jobs. So, and that is my aim for this webinar today to enlighten you and to reposition you so that you are more in a strategic position to earn even with artificial intelligence. So to do that, you necessarily will need to rescale or upskill. I'm not going to use those terms. Largely, you also need to quickly join the bandwagon, quote and unquote, and you need to leverage the first mover's advantage. That is, you heard it first, then start doing it. So that's what I intend to achieve out of the session today. So if you're joining, if you want to tell me your current understanding of artificial intelligence, or the extent to which you have related, or the extent to which you have worked with AI, can I see a show of hands so that we go into the conversation proper? I just want to see a show of hands, then we'll unmute you, then you talk, you tell us what you understand by artificial intelligence, or where you have used artificial intelligence. I mean, it's just going to be brief, and we're going to quickly, go into today's business. I'm going to be sharing my screen in a jiffy. So if there's a hand in the chat room, please help me double check Glory while I share my screen. All right, so I'm about sharing my screen, and please let me know if you can, if you can see my screen now. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, Tayo, your screen is up.
All right. Is there any hand in the chat room that wants to tell us the extent to which they use artificial intelligence?
No hand yet.
Okay, all right, cool. If a hand eventually comes up, perhaps the person would have to put it in the comment room so that we can continue. One thing that marks us, or that characterizes us at Techlytics, is we try to stay by our words. If we say this webinar is 1 hour 30 minutes, as much as possible, we want to stick to that. We respect your time. All right, so let's talk about how to monetize AI tools. So in this just give me a second. Here I said it's not just about automation and efficiency, because a lot of times you've heard about AI makes me more efficient. Beyond making you efficient, let's take it a notch further. That is, it's about creating new income streams. So in this webinar, I'm going to be sharing 4 simple and practical ways to monetize artificial intelligence starting from zero. Okay, so I don't bore you with so much of things. Gloria has already given you a brief introduction to who I am, what I do. I lead Techlytics. It's an edtech institution, and what we're doing is we're building Africa's data and AI capacity engine. That is, like you are here now, we're expanding your capacity, and that's one thing that we want. That is one sentence that we want to summarize what we really do. We want to build your capacity. As long as you're an African, wherever you are in the world, we want to build your capacity in data and artificial intelligence. Some people have really wondered what the name Techlytics meant. It's a fusion of tech and analytics. So analytics generally is the outcome of anything that comes from data, right? As what we do largely revolves around data and artificial intelligence. All right, so let's keep the boring stuff about me and the more boring stuff about me. So I'm just going to skip straight. I'm just going to go straight into the juicy part of things. So we're going to do like a vibe check. Gloria has gone through this again, maybe the boring part of things, right? So that we would quickly go into the meat of the conversation. All right, so let's do a quick vibe check. I'm going to share this URL. I'm going to share it in the chat room so that we all will look at the links, and you will tell me what you think about it. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it in the chat room for all of us to visit, and then you now tell me the monetization part that you think is possible, because I'm sure that you're going to get your horizon is going to get expanded to limitless possibilities that exist. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to share with you. I don't want to share it as an image. Just give me a second. And since this wants to share it as an image by first, I'm just going to write it out as a URL. So go to spark.techlytics.ai and go to https entry.techlytics.ai. So let me give you a brief introduction about these two applications. Spark is a content idea and caption generation tool. So you're a business owner, a coach, a solo founder, whatever it is you are, a social media manager, and you're trying to, maybe you've even eat a particular, maybe you probably eat, you're creative, you've hit a creative block and you don't even know what you want to post, or you know what you want to post, but you don't have you know what you want to post, but you don't have captions for it. That is where Spark comes in. So let me just open spark.techlytics.ai at your you can also do that. So I'm just going to log in. Hopefully I remember my hopefully I remember. Just give me a second. Let me open Spark here because I think this is the browser I typically use. So I'm just going to log in, and I'm going to log in into the app because I've forgotten my password. So this particular browser saves my password, or this particular profile saves my password. So I've logged in, and I will, engage Spark to quickly give me ideas and captions about, something I want to post. So let's say that I am in, let's say I sell skincare products, and we can also, or let's say I sell automobiles, or I sell cars. So, or I sell the automobile, and I want to, talk about the new line of product I now sell or that I now stock. If you live in Lagos, you would have seen a lot of electric vehicles on the street or on the road. So maybe I want to tell people that, hey, things about electric vehicle, right? Just to create awareness or to do a promotional post. So I'm just going to write automobile. That's my business or the niche and you can write more than one word depending on what you want to do. So you can select whatever platform. I want to keep the tone, remember I said promotional, and I want to put, so I'm going to write electric vehicle. I'm going to write green power. I don't know what that means though. What other keywords can I put in there? I can say sales, new product line. I'm just going to keep it at this. Then I want the tool to give me both ideas and caption, right? So I'm just going to hit generate, and you can see that the system is largely thinking about things to bring. All right. So that is Spark. We'll just give it some minutes, and it will generate everything I need to do. And now, what if I told you that this app, as you're looking at it, I built it in less than 1 hour? Okay, let me not, maybe because I'm in the software development space, it's easier for me to say, I built it in less than 1 hour. However, for even a rookie that is starting, in less than 6 hours, you're going to get this out. All right. So you see, the result is here, and see, it gave me content ideas that I can launch a reel and quick cut of the new product line rolling out in the showroom, close up of interiors and charging ports, on-screen text, blah, blah, blah. You can see. So this product was particularly put in such a way that it will give you 5 content ideas and 5, caption types. So you can see a lot of things that is giving me. It's giving me a real idea. It's giving me carousel idea. It's giving me like another video idea that I do a test drive POV, a short drive-through clip showing instant acceleration and quiet cabin of the electric vehicle. Don't forget that we said the post or whatever it is you want to do should be promotional. So every idea that it is generating for me, is aligning it in a promotional way. So you can see that it's giving me ideas of how to do this. If you go further down, you see the captions. Meet our new product line of electric vehicle models, engineered for green power and blah, blah, blah. You can see, and you can add pictures of this, of this particular new product line that you have on your social media. So you can see every tone to this app is promotional. Now, imagine you're a social media manager or a marketing a marketing associate at this particular company, it makes your work seamless. All right, excuse me. It makes your work seamless. Now, that is for the user, right? Now let's take it to the point where you are the one that built this solution, and your selling point could be, oh, a lot of people have needs around this, maybe solopreneurs. In fact, you can take it a notch higher and add picture creation, video generation to this application. Now imagine you reduce it to something like 10,000 naira per month for unlimited creation. Now, a smart business owner will look at it from this angle. If I went to ChatGPT or Google Gemini, I will pay $20 or $25 per month. If you can convert that to naira, that's over 30,000 naira. Meanwhile, before they are able to use ChatGPT, or they have to write prompts, and not everybody understands prompt engineering so well. But you've kind of streamlined the edit for them to put all of this straight away, and you can even generate image, because even this engine is leveraging the latest LLM, and it can switch models. So today, depending on the task you give to it, today is using GPT-5, tomorrow is using Mid-Journey, depending on what you want to do. If we were creating images, you can slam that on it. Now I'm trying to help you see monetization potential here, right? That is the entire goal of this conversation today. Now, this is one app. Let's look at the second app, that is like I'm going to close this. Let's look at the second app, that is like the estate security app, where if you live in an estate, or if you have been part of an estate, or you've gone to visit a friend in their estate, you probably have encountered a situation where they ask you to give me a second, where they ask you to present a code, and until you present the code, you are not permitted to enter the estate, right? So the guard asks you, your friend sent you an access code, and when you get to the gate, you present the code to the security man or the guard. They put it in an app, and it validates, and you're allowed in, right? A lot of estates I know, well, around Lagos, Nigeria, I know a lot of people are joining from other parts of the world. A lot of estates do this just to make sure that verified guests are the ones coming into the estate and leaving the estates, right? Now imagine you create an app like that where you're able to sell to different estates at a discounted price. And the beautiful thing about this is you create it once and you generate income from it forever. So let's quickly look at the example I was talking about around. Let's look at the second example, entry.herpletics.ai. Can you see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen, Gary.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Let's see. Are you sure? I'm not sure you can still see my screen. No, you can't see my screen. Because it's not showing that I'm sharing my screen here. Can you guys see my screen? Well, let me attempt to reshare though. Either ways.
It's not up, Tayo. I think you need to reshare.
Yeah, I may need to reshare. Just give me a second. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, it's up now.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to hide this. So there are chats in the chat room. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's look at that estate security app. Now, I've imputed it here. I already have an account here, but just to shorten the time that I used to sign up, confirm my email and all of that. Okay, so I'm a resident. And I know I want to use this other because again, I forget my I have another profile that saves my password because I can't be thinking. So let's say I'm a resident. And you can see this is the name of the app. Is a resident portal. So let me put in my guest name. The name of my guest is Glory Fidelis. And we're just going to generate an access code so that Glory can visit or Glory can present it. Now you can see that it has generated an access code, and you see the log of time it created it and all of that. I'm just going to copy this code, and I'm going to log in again. I'm going to log out and log in as a security man so that you can see is a two-way play. So I'm going to log in as a security person. I'm not sure if I'm a security with this profile. Yes, this is a security profile. Now you can see the security dashboard is simple and straightforward. And this is also mobile responsive. If I was sharing my mobile phone, I would show you how you could even install it as a progressive web app and add it as a app on your desktop on the home page of your phone. Now, I'm going to just paste the security code that I just generated for Glory, and I'll say validate code. Now, don't forget, this is the security man validating who's coming in. So you can see it says code. What's the name of the Glory Fidelity? It can even be a two-step authentication where you ask the guest to confirm their name. All right, because hey, again, this is Lagos, right? Just so that the security man is sure that the person that is presenting the code is the actual person that the resident is expecting to enter the estate. And you can see that the resident they are going to meet is Vinkel Oni, and this is their unit number, unit U009. You know, there are times that the security men may even necessarily need to give you direction on how to navigate the estate. Maybe there's a particular turning called U-turning or U road or road U, whatever, right? So this is a very simple application that you can actually monetize and make sense of it for the estate that you're living, the street you're living in, or wherever you find yourself. And the skill to build this app is really in demand. In fact, if you're looking for extra income or you want to automate things in your workplace, or if you want to automate your schedule, whatever it is you want to automate, right? You can easily and quickly use these skills to generate more money. So we're going to talk about 4 ways that you can monetize artificial intelligence. Of course, I've shown you way one extensively. I'm going to talk about 4 ways. And at the end of the class, I'm going to take questions. All right. So if you have any questions, so that you don't forget, be writing your question down. And if you also have people at home or people who are unable to join this conversation right now, you can go on YouTube. Glory, you can share our YouTube link. This webinar is actually live on YouTube right now. You can copy this webinar. You can copy the YouTube link. Glory, you can drop it in the chat room so people can rewatch again and again. You can rewatch the replay. Okay, so let's go. So way number 1, you can create and sell AI-powered digital products. So some of you already today, you have some skills that are transferable. So let's say you're a graphics designer, or you've learned graphics at one point in time, and you know how to use ChatGPT or Gemini very well, or other image generation apps like Mid-Journey. The thing is, you can actually generate stock image. You know how to prompt this application. Generate stock image packs. There are a lot of people that need stock images for their social media app, or they need it for building their website. I'm sure you already know what stock images is. There are some images that you consistently see some business owners using over and over again, right? They are royalty free. Nobody will come and tell you that, hey, you stole my heart, or you stole whatever it is, right? So you can use you can do AI generated stock image packs and sell at a fraction of the cost, right? The entire deal is, it's a game of numbers, it's a game of volume. So from doing more volumes, you're able to From doing more volume, you're able to earn enough. Of course, you do your mathematics also. All right, you're also able to do research reports and sell. Now, this is where it gets interesting. For the people who are on the paid version of Chat, if you're not even on the paid version, what am I even talking about? If you're not even on the paid version, some of you have probably never used it before. Even the free ChatGPT version you use, you have at least on a daily basis, you have 15 minutes to use the deep research tool. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can open ChatGPT. Let me see if I can open ChatGPT and show you what I mean, right? You can use the deep research tool to generate input. What the deep research tool does is that, so see deep research, you can see that it will do the research for you, and you can easily put in whatever it is you want to do, or whatever research you want to do for the next 15 minutes. So what it will do is it will check verified sites all over the internet, and you can put that report together and sell. There are a lot of people that are looking for factual reports, and the thing is, it will give you references of where those things can be found. So you're doing reports on GMO foods, maybe a trend of GMO foods in Africa or in Asia, wherever, and you probably need to sell to nutritionists or other researchers that don't know how to use these tools. You remember what I said about AI taking your job? As AI is taking some people's job, AI will be creating more opportunities for people, and some people would still be adamant they won't learn, and they don't want to change. But because you have you've caught the bug, and you know the importance of learning quickly, you can learn it, and since you have learned it, you will leverage it and sell to them. Maybe they don't want to learn, right? So this is one fantastic example of you creating and selling AI-powered digital products. We've even seen people using artificial intelligence to write ebooks. If not even ebooks, some people have even used it to write books that they printed and started selling on Amazon. As long as you're a writer, so which means you have a transferable skill. Let's say you're a writer, you write content today on a good day, so you have those skills already. You're a creative writer, but you want to be able to publish ebooks, and you have an idea. All you need to do is understand how prompting works with these AI tools, generate your ebook quickly, and sell. These are quicker ways to sell. These are quicker ways to monetize artificial intelligence in everything you do. All right. Especially, you can even be in school and be earning money. You can still be waiting for your corporate job if that is what you want, and at the same time be earning money with AI tools, right? You can also sell pre-built AI workflows. Now we'll get to building AI workflows. Also means that you have to understand people's processes, and because you have understanding of people's processes, you are able to build workflow. It could even be things like just build a bot that schedules meeting for people, or you're a virtual assistant, or you're an executive assistant to a CEO, and this person is always busy. Anything that has to do with meetings, you can quickly build workflows for them, right? The opportunities are numerous. So these are platforms where you can sell. You can sell on Etsy. You can even create your own websites. I mean, there are other tools to even create your website now. So let me not take so much time there. Let's go to the second way you can monetize AI tool. You can offer AI enhanced content creation service. Now, wait, let me show you something. I built an AI tool that can write a sports blog. So let's say you work in a marketing agency, and one of the things you have to do is to write trending news in the world of football. So let me show you something here. If you look at this, now the only thing this bot does is that it writes blog posts relating to trending news on football. Now I just told it, write a blog post on the trending news in football, whatever. You can give it any, as long as it has to do with news in football. So let's assume you're that social media manager, or you're that copywriter or content writer, whatever, and you need to write blog post and you probably have even hit a dead end and you're like, oh God, I'm not even in the mood to write or whatever it is. Just put it in here and you can see it is writing it in a human style. You see all those dashes that I used to see. This one is clean. It has been built. It has been given pre-built instructions that don't put dashes. This is the way you should speak. This is the way you should format the blog post. Write it very well. So you can see that it has a professional look and feel to it. If you read it, and what this bot has been programmed to do is it should write 2 trending news per blog post, right? You would see how it is able to articulate its thoughts and present it to you as though a human wrote it. If you look, see the concluding part of the way it's engaging. Say, Liverpool fans, how should the club respond if Madrid come? So it can spark conversations. So imagine you have a tool that writes blog for you in a conversational manner like this, and it is generating user-generated content on your blog post. People are, talking about it. In fact, it's probably even sparking conversation on Quora or wherever it is, right? You can imagine how well or how better it will help SEO for your company or for whatever client you're probably writing this blog post for. The list is endless. The list is numerous. All right. So I just quickly wanted to show us that to say businesses need faster, cheaper, and more personalized content like blog posts, ads, and email sequences. Trust me, I'm a business owner, and there are times I want to write email, but because I just cannot put my head to write it together, and I'm like, okay, how can I make this better and still engage my email subscriber, right? So this is, and if somebody came into the picture and said, Ty, I can do this XYZ for you, blah, 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 just pay me X amount of money per month and we're good. You can imagine if you have 5 of me or 10 of me to start with, and you're probably charging, let's even say 50K or 100K, whatever it is you're charging, because you're taking a burden off me or off us. So let's say you're doing 100K per month for 10 clients, that's ₦1 million per month. Easily, just probably creating blog posts or email sequences. So the list and opportunities are endless. All right. So my purpose for coming on this webinar today is to open your eyes to opportunities. Open your eyes to opportunities. Do not be that person or those people that are of the opinion that AI is coming for my job. Reinvent yourself. Sharp. You have to be sharp. That is my own. You have to be sharp and reinvent yourself and see how you can make money out of it. All right. So the revenue potential is endless. So you can do per piece. You can do 10K per piece or 50. See, I just put your revenue potential, and you can do monthly packages, 150K to 5. Depending on what you can even bundle it and say, hey, I'll do blog posts for you. I'll do no sequences for you. I'll do ads for you. Whatever it is, you can see LinkedIn content generation for busy executives. Trust me, we are busy. We need help, and we don't have all the time to sit and be writing. In fact, some of you will say, you can use it. People too can use AI. Executives would rather not sit down and be the one doing product prompting. They can better trade their time for something more strategic, right? But it is you that you want to earn money using AI. Make a package out of it. Sell. And trust me, before you know it, the cash will start rolling in. Of course, you also have the part where you need to know how to sell. It is also important. Okay, so let's move to item number 3. Quick check, vibe check. Are you still here? Glory, can you still see my screen? Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, thank you. Okay, so the other bit is to sell AI automation services to businesses. This is also doable. So imagine a small business owner that they onboard new staff. You can easily sell automated customer onboarding or automated employee onboarding. So how the employees from the trigger point could be, once the employee sends in the executed offer letter, maybe you want to send them their KPIs for review and they agree to their KPIs, then maybe you want to send them the company policies, or you want to introduce them to the company, or you want to send, whatever it is, or you want to send them forms around, oh, your account, well, this is your, or give us details of your salary account, onboarding generally, right? Or give us details of where we should dispatch your laptop to for people who are doing, for businesses who are doing remote work. This is endless for onboarding, employee onboarding. You can do AI-based report generation, social media posting. I've shown you something. I've shown you something similar with Spark, right? And you can charge for it. I just put idea. Depending on how you're able to package yourself well, you can even sell it more than this range that I've put there. You can build out an entire agency out of it, depending on, again, your commercial business, acumen. All right, the list is endless. Okay, so let's go to the final one that I have. I said I'm going to share four. I'm going to share four ideas with us. So this one is build and sell AI-powered apps. This is the most scalable part. And basically, what it entails is build functional apps without deep coding knowledge. And that's the URLs I've shared with us, Spark and Entry. So there are no code tools out there that you can do plug and play for your, that you can use for your front end, that you can use for your back end. And they are also, in fact, to be honest, you can start for free. I know that some of you will be like, I don't have money. What do you need? You need a front end no code app, you need a back end no code app, you probably need an automation app, depending on what style you're building. Or you need a backend app that handles the logic, that handles authentication, that handles the data storage and all of that, right? And what else do you need? You need access to LLMs. So depending on the model you want to use, or depending on the LLM provider you want to use, whether you want to use the one from Google, depending on what you're building. Whether you want to use OpenAI, OpenAI has a lot of models, whether you want to use the one from Anthropic also has a lot of models. These are things that are within your power, that they are within your, within your reach, exactly. So there are a lot of monetization model here. So for example, you can build a real estate lead filtering app for agents. So agents are always, they are always getting WhatsApp. They're always getting WhatsApp DM, or somebody is always connecting somebody with somebody all the time. And there is no concrete way that people are storing this data. So you can build an app for real estate agents where they can monitor everybody that, that reaches out to them for inspection, the kind of house they are looking for, the place they are. And that is a rich resource that I think we need in Nigeria, because everybody's just doing buzz goes when it comes to looking for house, right? I'm giving you ideas. Customer service chat, but I think this is the most common. People have even, let me not say bastardized, but this one is everywhere. Customer service chat, and to an extent, this is the only thing people do. This is the only thing people know. My challenge to you today is go beyond the basics. Find problems. There are problems everywhere. People always have problems. I've talked about busy executives, you admin content for them. I've talked about real estate security hack. I've talked about social media content generation, idea and caption generation. The list is endless. And there are monetization models here. Now, look at this other last example, AI-driven data cleaning tools for accountants. Do you know that if you're a data analyst, do you know that the bulk of your time, up to 80% of your time as a data analyst or as a data professional, up to 80% of your time is spent on data cleaning? That is, you're trying to standardize the data, you're trying to format it in the app. Okay, so you probably got this data from a website, then you're seeing, you may not even see the trailing spaces, you're seeing comma where comma should not be, you're seeing funny characters where funny characters should not be, you're trying to clean it, and probably even automate the process. Do you know how much work accountants do trying to clean data in Excel? Do you know how much work you can even find AI generated data, whether text data, numbers, often whatever kind of data, you can create AI generated data and sell to edtechs or schools that teach data, or schools that teach data analytics, instead of people looking for real data that may even contain personally identifiable information. You can generate data with AI and sell as a package, right? That people can use to start building projects. You can create AI-driven data cleaning tools for accountants. So again, the list is endless. So some people say, hey, I'm a data analyst, or there's AI in Power BI, there's AI this that can, there are some AI tools that can create charts. Now, why are you only sitting with creating charts? You should move beyond creating charts and be able to then create solutions that can solve the most basic problem in data analysis, which is data cleaning. There are some things that not all those AI analytics tools can solve. So look within your environment and create solutions. So see the monetization model. Again, don't forget, I said it's the most scalable part. What does scalability mean? That is, it is sustainable. You can take it from point A to point B first. Then when it is at point B and it is stable, you can take it from point B to point C. From point C, you can keep building on top of it till you get to point Z or point whatever or point N. So this is like the most scalable thing. That is, you can build today, keep earning in another 50 years, build an entire company out of it. Of course, maybe in your 10th year or your 5th year, or even still your 1st year or your 2nd year, you probably need to bring in more expertise depending on how scalable or how big the system becomes. You probably need to bring human beings into the loop and help you, but at least if you need to start, this is your indication that you should start now. This is the time for you to start. All right, so you can sell outright, or you can do a subscription model where people can be paying you on a monthly basis. That is a sure source of recurring revenue, right? Or you can customize and sell, customize per client or customize per individual and keep selling, right? So I've said 4 things or 4 ways that we can monetize AI tools. So let me come back to the room and fill our pause, and let me hear from us. What are the key ways, or what are the key ways that we can monetize AI tools today? Guys, mic check. What have you learned so far? What are the 4 key ways that you have picked so far about monetizing AI tools? What are the 4 key ways that you have learned so far about monetizing AI tools? I'm going to be taking questions shortly, but what are the 4 key ways that you have learned about monetizing artificial intelligence tools? Anyone, you can raise your hand or put in the chat room. So I will wait for you till you put your comments in the chat room. What are the 4 key ways that you can monetize AI tools? Waiting. What's it called now? The teaching material will also be shared after the class. I said class, after the webinar. If you're part of, of course, for you to be on this call, you're probably part of our mailing list, and you would also get this. You'll get the recording, and you would also get. You get the recording, and you would also get what's it called now? The training material. Okay, so while we're doing that, let me while people are either putting their thoughts in the chat room, or they are trying to tell us what they've learned so far. Give me a second. I'm trying to share my screen, but I think I'm sharing something else. While people are trying to put what they've learned so far, I'll do a quick recap, and we will take questions. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, so here, give me a second. Okay, so here is my charge to you. That is, you don't need to be a full stack developer to earn from artificial intelligence. All you need is a roadmap, the right tools, and the right guidance on income-focused projects. The key word here is income-focused projects, because there are a lot of projects that you can double your hands into and they will not give you income. but that's not what you're looking for, right? You're looking for income focused projects. So I'm going to encourage you that you take it upon yourself to learn how to monetize AI tool. And one of the best ways to learn how to monetize AI tool is to join our AI builder program. What we're doing is we're offering 3 weeks of hands-on building with some tools. And so I've mentioned some tools in this slides, Lovable, N8, and other AI tools to launch at least 2 monetizable projects so you can turn your AI skills into income. It's a no-brainer, whether you like it or not. AI has come to stay. And as Gloria said before, this course is one that you don't need to learn to code. Of course, I've shown you like 3 examples of them, right, that are working well, and I've sent you the URL. You can sign up. You can sign up to it, of course, before I put a paywall over it, or before I expand it and put a paywall over it, right? You can sign up and see how it works. So starting from August 30th, we're going to start this program for 3 weekends. For 3 weekends, we're going to be learning how to build AI apps that work and that you can earn from. So you have to, if you're a business owner, you've been thinking about, oh, you have a product you want to build, you don't have money to pay developers. I know it's totally okay to not have money to pay developers, at least maybe in the first few season of you trying out the app, trying to find product market fit, just trying out something, right? This skill is something that is very important, or that is very relevant for you to at least push that your product out into the market and test it. Will people be willing to pay for your product? So this program is for 50,000 naira, and Glory will drop the link in the chat room so that you can sign up. And if you want an account number sent to you, I'm sure the team would also do that. You can also leave the official WhatsApp number or the company's official phone number. Somebody would attend to you quickly. So yeah, to do a quick recap of what we have learned today, or 4 ways that I've talked about you monetizing AI tools. I've said you can create and sell AI-powered digital products. I've also said, for the example under that, I've said you can do AI-generated stock image pack, or you can sell research reports. The second bit is offer AI enhanced content creation services. That's where I said, oh, you can, offer to be creating email sequences or email or blog posts rather, right? You can offer that whether as monthly packages or a per piece package. I've also said you can sell AI automation services to businesses. There are a lot of opportunity there also. I've also said you can build and sell AI-powered apps. Make money from subscription, or you can even sell it outrightly, okay? So this brings me to the end of my own presentation. If you have questions, I'll be happy to take your questions now, and while I hand over the mic back to Glory. So if you have questions, please, you can raise your hand, and I'll be happy to take your questions. Glory, over to you now. I will just mute my mic. If there's any question that I'm missing, please just call my attention to it, because also being mindful of time. Any questions, guys? Gloria, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, my network.
I've handed the mic to you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear anything. I had to log out and log in again. Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'm done. Continue with your webinar.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Tayo. Thank you so much for that insightful session. All right. I know that I mentioned about the upcoming AI course, and Tayo also mentioned about it. We've put the link for registration But if you want to, hear more about the upcoming course, you know, I just posted a poll to say, would you like to hear more about the upcoming AI course? Please do well to take the poll. Let's know if you are interested in knowing about, if you want to have more conversations and know more about the AI course. Would love to have that conversation with you. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today. Once again, don't forget, just give me 1 minute. Don't forget about this is just a tester session, and I know that we had an insightful session. I learned a lot. I now even understand how well I can monetize, AI products when they are being built. And I know that we're quiet today. I don't know why. But I was expecting a lot of questions, and I'm still going to give room for that. If you have any questions or you need more clarity on what I have spoken about, please, you can raise your hand, and the chat box is still open for you to actually speak, for you to actually drop your messages rather. So please raise your hands. Let's just give 2 to 3 minutes. Is there anybody that needs more clarity about what I have spoken about, or you have a question you want to ask? Please, the floor is open. This is the time where you do that. Let's hear you, please. So, anyone, don't be shy, don't worry. And there are no wrong questions at the end of the day, right? It's just to ensure that we all are on the same page and we understand what's Tayo. Because if you don't ask questions, if you don't say anything, just feels like Tayo was speaking to the atmosphere. And I know that that is not the case because we all were listening very well. So, do we have any questions? Anything that wants to get clarity on? Chidima, David, George, Ibrahim, Engineer Lawal, Favor, Oreoluwa. Do we have any questions before we call it an evening? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, Ibrahim sent a message. Let's check that. Okay, Ibrahim says no questions from him. Thank you for answering me. Now I feel like everybody's listening. Okay, somebody is texting. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay. So I'm waiting to get our messages. All right. Okay. No questions from Favor too. All right, that means we understood what was taught. Not a problem. You can watch the replay. Okay. A question from George. Hi, Tayo. Please confirm you're here. I have a question for you from George.
Yes, I am here.
All right. So George is asking that can Techlytics provide AI apps building services for organizations?
Yes, George. Good afternoon. Good evening. Can you hear me? Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, Tayo.
I believe so. Yes, George. Yes, we can. You can send an email to Glory. Please send George send the support email to George to the chat room so that we can understand George requirements for building artificial intelligence apps, and we will take the conversation from there.
All right. So, George, I have sent that. The email is on the chat box already. Please confirm that you can see the email. We'll be expecting to hear from you. Thank you. All right. Anyone else before we wrap up? 1 more minute. Anybody? 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Anybody has any question? 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Okay. So I want to say a very big thank you to Tayo for taking us on this insight. Okay, George sent a message. All right. Yes, George, the webinar presentation is available offline. I already sent the YouTube link. Just go to our page at Techlytics Africa. And for everybody that joined this webinar, you're going to get the recording 2 minutes after this webinar. Or for some minutes after, you're going to get the recording to this webinar. So, of course, you're going to get it offline. You're also going to get, so far, your email is part of this, you register with your email address, you're going to get the webinar presentation sent to your mail, and also the webinar recording, and also going to be on YouTube. I hope I was able to answer your question. All right, someone is typing, so we're going to wait to get that message. All right, thank you so much, George, for your questions. Okay, so thank you everyone for staying till the end of today's webinar. Can we just give some clap emojis to Tayo? Tayo did an amazing job today. I'm sending mine already. Like, let's just, let Tayo know that she did a beautiful job, and then she's just blushing as she's leaving this call this evening. Thank you so much, Tayo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was an insightful session. I know we're looking forward to the AI class. You should check the chat box. You have a lot of claps there. All right. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We look forward to having you in the class on 30th of August, and also hearing from you even beyond now. Please enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you so much for joining us today. Bye.